Well, here we are in Berlin for the World Retail Congress 2026. My name's David Roth.
David Roth in conversation at the World Retail Congress 2026 in Berlin.
Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us for this live interview from the World Retail Congress here in Berlin. Now, thanks very much indeed for joining us. I think every single session so far, and this is only the first day in the morning, has mentioned AI in various different guises. One, from a complete business transformation. The other one is, the other end of the spectrum is, just a way of being able to do things they might not be able to do before, or maybe faster. You've got an interesting take on the way in which AI can be a transformative process for a lot of people who currently have a lot of digital assets. Explain a little bit more.
Absolutely. So I'm the founder of Youzu. Youzu is we are building intelligence layer for e-commerces and marketplaces. And why it is important, because like a lot of e-commerce and marketplace in general, like they speak about AI adoption, but most of them are not doing it correctly. Like they are just, kind of using API solutions that's connecting to LLMs, which is quite simplistic, like not like very smart way how to actually integrate with AI. So what we are doing differently is that, first of all, we are taking foundation level, which is about the products and catalogs and SKUs. So what we do is actually we enrich that data and we automate that data. And we do so by embedding text and visual data and understanding and we normalize, automate that data. The second kind of layer, what we are building, is actual visual AI infrastructure. So a lot of shoppers actually buy the stuff from visual experiences or interactive experiences, and we are adding that layer for any e-commerce. So you've seen that that kind of innovation has been done with some of the big tech guys, but 99% of e-commerce do not have that and do not have access to that as well. And we build that. We have our own computer vision models where you can embed some sort of Google Lens type of experience where you search stuff. We are also connecting the dots between text and visual and do much better recommendations based on the user behavior as well. There are only few companies actually who do that and who understand that. And there are only few e-commerces who have that vision to implement that. So that is where we are actually taking the lead.
So given that a lot of brands, retailers have a lot of content now, what is the best way of AI enabling that content and making that content work a lot harder?
Yeah, there are a couple of things in regards to that. So one thing is that the content that is already available, so you need to check out the quality of that content. So for example, when it comes to upscaling part, when comes what you can get out of those images, videos as well. I've talked about visual AI, when it comes to images, but the next thing is coming with the videos. So you will be able to find and recommend based on the videos as well. That is coming next as a technology. But at the same time, so since Gen AI is image Gen AI and video Gen AI is being developed so fastly that the next thing would be also a lot of AI generated content that looks super realistic. And these are two areas, of course, all these e-commerces need to focus on, because with AI generated content, it will be much cheaper. And then in the coming 1-2 years, it will be very hard to understand if it's real or if it's AI generated content. It's just the humans as such will be able to use that as kind of commodity and just moderate and work on top of that. That is basically what's going to happen on the content level.
And how best to structure all of that?
So the first thing is that you need to all e-commerces have got massive catalogs, right? Well, not all of them, but majority of them. And but the problem is that that is the foundation level where the e-commerce are still not there. like they don't understand the data, especially like on the visual data they have, images, videos, etc. And that is the first thing I would actually address, like understanding your own content from visual perspective. And then obviously, like at the same time in parallel, also being able to benefit from AI generated content as well. And that is quite easy now. Like there are lots of solutions out there in the market which you can try and see embed that experience into your e-commerce content. The problem that I've been seeing like with lots of e-commerce is that, like as I mentioned, they just go like use some sort of API, general purpose API. Even like this, when they use shopping assistant kind of solutions, it's not actually specified specifically for e-commerces. It's just general purpose shopping assistant, and that doesn't bring a lot of benefit actually for end consumers. So for that, in order to do that, like you need to be focused on what you sell, create a great content around it, like with AI, but at the same time understand your own content, which you've already generated, and how that visual and like visual image and video content is being reacted by your end consumers.
Now, if there's one thing you advise people who are watching this to do, what would that be?
Adopt AI as soon as possible, because like if you don't do that, you will be dead like in 5-10 years. That's for sure, because that AI already automates and increases your efficiency at least 10 times. And if you adopt it across your organization, it doesn't matter like being it engineering, marketing, sales. So you will have humans who will be moderating, automating all of that stuff. So you need to adopt it as soon as possible. Otherwise, like, you will be outcompeted. That's for sure.
Well, that's a massive call to action. Thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much indeed for watching. To watch more in this series, just go to this URL here.